Lily, you sure are loving that moss box, well, sphagnum moss. Tub filled with sphagnum moss. I never know how to actually say it, but what I can say is Lily is loving it. And I wake up and every morning that is where she is, laying in the sphagnum moss. What I do is I just briefly give it a little bit of a spray down every day, as I do with all the others that have it. I do know, Oscar's still enjoying his and doesn't want to come out. Car ventures in and out now. But, this isn't what the video is about. The video is going to be about how I've set up the hangout area, which you also know that really Lily loves that as well, and she will be out later today to enjoy that as well. So yep, the video is how to make the hangout area that I've got and how I've secured it to make it safe for my snakes. So I hope you'll enjoy. Hi everyone. Finally, my face is in front of the camera to actually talk to you. I got a request to do a video today about how I've set up my climbing space on the roof area for my snakes to make it nice and secure, so that I know it isn't going to fall down and my snakes aren't going to fall down and actually hurt themselves. So really this video is for Elizabeth, and she knows who she is, and I'm so pleased that she's interested in wanting to know how to set this up and actually do this for her own snakes. That's wonderful to hear, Elizabeth, and I can tell you your snakes are going to love it once you have it all set up and it is nice and secure for them, so that you know they are perfectly safe. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to show you Lily and Oscar and a few others as well while I've got the camera going. But let's get going with the climbing space and how I actually have set it up to be safe and secure for not so much my little snakes, because it's hard to keep my eye on them up there, but Maya can go up there, Ishwa can go up there, Lily, Jessie, Amaya, Tessa, they can all go up there, and eventually Oscar and Archie and Car will all be able to join in with the fun that they can have up there. So I'm going to turn you around and just show you how I have secured things for my snakes, and I hope you can all see. I have a lot of stuff around now laying around for my parrot Sunny, who I will show you at the end as well. Very demanding and wants to be out all day, and generally she is, but I've put her home for now, which of course she will not be very impressed about, because she knows she can be out, but I will get her out at the end of the video. Jesse's at the moment, unfortunately we cannot see a lot because his light really isn't on, and I have so much stuff here because I've been making sphagnum moss boxes for them, and they're enjoying them. I've yet to do Jesse's, but he's going to get one as well, and I'll show you why that is as well. So let's start over this side, which is originally what I made for my snakes, because they were much smaller back then, and this was just a little area for them to have. I did have that set up, but not as complex as what it is now, but I didn't have all this set up here. So basically Elizabeth wanted to know how I've made it secure, and fortunately I had an old bath thing you could use in your bath, or to step out on in your bath. You can use it in or out of the bath. So I've been able to wedge, you know, these bamboo sticks in between the cracks, but you only have to make something that you could actually do that. And I've used a lot of bamboo, and I've just bought them from the gardening, or you know, for me it's Bunnings, but it's like Home Depot or whatever, and I found them to be great. And also, you know, lots of branches that I've found just out on the road, on the side of the, you know, on nature strips and whatever, and I've brought them home and cleaned them up and been able to utilize them as well. But that is just a bunch of bamboo sticks, of course, a natural stick. I use a lot of ties, cable ties, because they can tighten everything up, and I know that it's nice and secure. Now these are just got clips into the side of the wall, and you can buy the clips that, and you know, I don't know the names of them, that you make the hole big enough for it to fit through, and then it has a thing that opens up from the inside that secures to the side of the wall on each side, and the hook is out, so it can't come out if you haven't got a stud where you need to put that particular hook. So I've used a lot of cable ties. I've also bought just bird climbers. You know, they were rings that were actually made for birds to climb on. So that's what I've used there. I've just joined them all together. I have used some vine as well for them to just use as a way of getting up or down or whatever. But that was basically it for there. Then I did have an old screen that I had had for many years that I bought, and I put it in the corner of the room. And how that stays secure is with these, with all of this connected. It's just not going to go anywhere. And because it's got gaps and bits in it, of course I can fit these bamboo poles from Bunnings, they're gardening for gardens, into those little slots. I have secured them with cable ties as well. I put a whole heap of logs up here, which I hope you can see, that I've secured with cable ties as well. I've put some branches around. Now I made this particular hide out of the bamboo from my garden, and I just wove it and put it all together. And this is like a guinea pig hide, but I opened it up and just put it on there, and Lily lays on this all of the time, or she's up there. I've also used lots of poles with, of course, vines around them. I didn't care that they were pink, red, green, yellow, it doesn't matter at all. And of course I've secured all of those with cable ties as well. And then of course it just goes lower, and I had this particular stick that came down here to the top of Lily's enclosure so she can climb. And you know, it's a little bit what it is, but it's so secure up here, it's not going to fall, it's not going to go anywhere. So very much cable ties. Now this piece of wood Jimmy bought for me, and it's been incredible and amazing to have, because it runs all the way along from that side all the way over this side. I'm sorry, but I'm out of breath. So Lily uses that, and Jessie uses that, Tessa uses that to get up into this area. From there, they can go up. They can do what they like. They can make their way up there. I also, as you would know, put a heat lamp up there, but in the cooler days or evenings, so that I know they can go up there and they can be really nice and warm. Now, the top area, I'm going to have to move a little bit here and not fall, I hope. This top area. Now you will see this particular thing which just looks like rope, but what it actually is, it's a great big square with all little squares, so it's all joined together, and it's probably, you know, 1 meter or more by 1 meter and more, and it's got these little things on them. But that's also to hang in a bird aviary, and I originally put that up there because I felt they could climb onto that and sit on that, which they do. But then I added more bamboo sticks for them to utilize, and also these big long ones, these big long ones, so that they could make their way all the way up to the top. Now how I've secured this to the ceiling, and as you can see, it is, well, you know, pretty solid. It's just not going to go anywhere with the weight of any of my snakes. And I've used the same hooks into the ceiling that you put them in, and then the other part opens up, so it's secure in the ceiling and will not fall down at all. I've used cable ties from these up to the actual hooks. With some I've used rope, but a lot I've used cable ties. And the rope I've done like 3 layers and plaited, you could say, to make them really, really strong. And I just keep my eye on them to make sure that they're not, you know, fraying or coming apart or whatever. So then I proceeded to go and put hammocks, and they are all just secured with cable ties to everything, and that keeps all of them perfectly secure and safe for my snakes to climb in and enjoy. So not cable ties, Oki straps, these are called, sorry, but they're fabulous for connecting up to the actual ceiling hook. So yeah, you can make it secure. You can make it any design that you wish to make it. You know, I've added this little area here, which was for my birds and for them to climb up on and sit on up there. But they also come up and, you know, sit in the hammocks and climb right up the top here and whatever. Of course, it's not going to fall, is it, with birds? So I'm going to move back so you can get a view of the whole thing at once. There's little Apani. He has been laying in his moss hide, which is over there, and quite likes it. I have to moisten it down a bit today. They generally will let me know it's getting a bit dry. But basically, that is the whole look of the room and what it actually looks like. So I will go over to, Maya is in shed. I'll go over to Oscar and hopefully you will see, but no, you can't because of all of the reflections that are in the room here looking at it. But he is over there laying in his moss hide and loving it as well. Tessa, I have to, as I've said, I don't know, because I've done an earlier video showing Lily in hers the first night I put it in. Tessa lays on top of hers. I have made one, but I need to soften the edges so there's no sharp edges. Archie, well, he hasn't bothered, but you know, he's not kind of needing it, I guess, and we'll see what he does when he's coming into shed. But his is on top of his other hide there. But so far, you know, Apani, Oscar has showing me that they love it. But the one who is really loving it, and she does come out, but the one who is really loving it is, of course, Lily. And I moistened her box up again last night, and of course, as you can see, she is in it and really, really loving it. So I am glad that I put them in there for the snakes. I won't put Sunny in this video and getting her out. Ishi is in shed. Amaya, has herself a really big full belly, so she is in one of her hides, fast asleep, I guess, and digesting, because this video would go forever. But I can go over here, of course, to Sunny, and end the video by saying you all take care of yourself and your family, your friends, your snakes, all your animals. And I certainly do have a lot to take care of, but I love it. But I hope you enjoyed the video, Elizabeth, and I hope that it's helped you to know a little bit more about how to set it up. So ciao.